stage, just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got a lot. I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money.
What's happening, everybody? What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be covering things that are crippling you guys from becoming wealthy. It was crippling me myself when I first got started out here, and I truly believe that it's happening to each and every one of you guys as well, because I keep seeing it pop up on the internet and I just don't quite understand it. So today we're going to be talking about exactly what's going on and stopping our entrepreneurs and our business owners for generating that wealth that you guys deserve. So make sure that you guys tune in for this one here. Don't forget, if it is your first time here, make sure you're hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that share button. Share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs that I know need to hear this information today. And if you know people out there taking loans, okay, you definitely want to share this with them today so they can get a little better understanding of how to build that wealth for themselves. So I'm Dr. Travis Davis. I'm your GovCon wingman. I like to take complex and complicated situations and simplify them for you. And we've also created a software that simplifies a lot of the business needs that you're going to need in order to deliver this wealth to your family with SB Money Flow. So definitely make sure that you guys are tuning into what we got going on so you guys can start to grow here in this business space. Now, we come here to you guys every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern on our Dollars to Cents podcast. So if you guys have not gotten over to the YouTube channel yet, make sure that you go over there and you can rewatch all of our videos. So in case you missed one, you can go over to the YouTube, look at the live section as well as the podcast section. And we have tons and tons of training to get you guys rolling over there so you, again, can create this wealth that each and every one of you guys deserve. Now, before we get rolling here, if you guys weren't able to make the last 30-day challenge, I'm highly advising you, definitely if you're getting started out here in business, you want to be a part of our 30-day live GovCon business challenge. I'm going to help you guys learn how to be a consultant. Okay, yes, be a consultant in 30 days. That means that we're going to be learning a lot about sales and marketing. And when you learn sales and marketing, you'll realize that it's the same thing for the government space, business to business and business to consumer. So we'll be teaching you all of that in 30 days, as well as you'll have a back office to go and learn government contracting as well to the T. You can go to sbgovconlive.com. That next challenge will kick off on March the 2nd. So you still got some time to sign up, but don't wait forever. Get yourself registered now so you do not miss out on that challenge. We're going to have some people coming up here soon to tell you guys about the challenge that went through it the last time, so they can tell you the stuff that they learned, the ups, the downs, all that good stuff. Now, before we get rolling, let me know in the comments, where are you viewing and from? Also, let me know if you really believe that you're a millionaire. Type "I am a millionaire" in the comments, because once again, it starts with you. If you don't believe that you can do $1 million, I don't care what I teach you or anyone else teaches you. You'll never get to it, because again, it starts with you. You have to be the believer there. All right, I see we got my man Gavin in the building. What's going on out there in Denver, Colorado? What's happening with you? Another millionaire in the building. All of my Instagram folks too. If you guys want to see the wider screen, you can click the link in my bio. And you will see the YouTube logo. Once you see that YouTube logo, go ahead and click on it, and you'll be able to get to our live stream right here. Also, let me put this in the chat too. We do have something, it is still being a little worked on, okay? But our dollars to cents website is up. We got a couple things up there that you guys can take a look at. So again, that's the dollars to cents website that you guys can take a look at over there. And we're going to try to keep all of that information there updated for you guys. So I had to throw that one out there. Key, what's happening? Nikita out in Baltimore. I hope that you're having a great day. I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on with you? Demita out in North Carolina. What's going on? I hope that you're having a blessed day. We got Tiffany over on Instagram out in New Orleans. What's happening with you, Tiffany? Facebook still won't show me the names of who the people are, but what's happening with you over there or on Facebook? Another millionaire in the building. We got Mario out there on the road driving the trucks. What's happening, my brother, out in Atlanta? All right, let me see. Did I miss anybody? We got Mike out in Lake Ridge, Virginia. What's happening with you, Mike? Hope that you are having a blessed day. Let me see. We got Tamika. What's happening to you out in Chicago? Pretty sure it's cold out there. What's happening? Hopefully you're staying warm. All right, guys. So we're about to dive in here. Once again, we're going to be talking about, what are we talking about today? Building that wealth, and some mistakes that I want you guys to avoid when it comes to this thing called building wealth. That, once again, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys are often presented this stuff and it kind of confuses you getting started out here in business ownership. Now, if you have questions at any time, feel free to put a Q in the chat followed by your question, and I will get to those answers. Also, if you get a nugget, if you hear something that is like a aha thing, go ahead and drop a fire emoji down there in the chat. And don't forget, make sure that you're hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, and that you share this live feed out right now, not later, right now, to 3 other entrepreneurs and business owners, so they don't go through these same mistakes that I had to go through. You know, that is the key to it. I don't want y'all to do what I had to do. You're supposed to be better than me. So if you learn from the mistakes that I went through, you won't have to go through them. And that means that you should expedite your learning curve. Now, here's the big thing that is crippling us. Do not get a loan. I can't stress that out enough. Like, don't go get no loans out there. Not one. And I'm pretty sure, and the reason I'm talking about this is because I heard one of the things come out. Have you guys seen this? Put a yes in the chat if you guys have seen this content where they're saying, I believe Chase or one of those banks can give you $150,000 loan without any personal credit lookup or something of that nature or whatnot. How many of you guys have seen that piece of content that's circling the internet? Put a me in the chat if you guys have seen it. Also, I've seen a lot of these credit gurus out here telling you about all of these loans that you can get through like Navy Federal and other credit unions, and $50,000 here and $100,000 there. And you don't have to get any, underwriters to look at your stuff. You don't have to have a certain credit score. Guys, there is a reason that real money management industries like banks or hard money lenders and things of that nature don't give you loans based off your credit score. Like, the credit score didn't just make itself up. They don't just have this thing for no reason. If you got a low credit score, usually that means that you're not good at paying your bills and that you over leverage too much money all of the time. That's what it means. So to skip past those parameters and try to get around it, you're setting yourself up for failure because you haven't set a foundation yet. I don't care how much money I put in your pocket. I could put $1 million in your pocket. When you got that low credit score, you let me know that if I put $1 million in your pocket, you still gonna figure out how to blow it. I don't care if it covers a piece of business today and you go close the deal tomorrow, you're going to lose all the money because your principles, your foundation ain't set up right. So we need to get out of the habit of trying to skip through all of this stuff to go get loans. But again, I don't want you to get a loan, period. It really ain't got nothing to do with the whole credit score thing, right? I don't want you to go get a loan until you learn how to make money. I just can't wrap my mind around how you can go get $150,000 loan and you don't know how to make $150,000, because you do know those people want their money back. You do know they want interest on top of that $150,000. You do know that they're expecting repayment with interest on top. So if I say if you don't know how to make you need to know how to make more than $150,000, because again, there's going to be interest added on top of that loan. And this is stuff that we got to pay very close attention to. Interest is going to be key. You must know how much it costs you to obtain money when we start talking about these loans. If it's costing you any percentage the minute that you sign them documents, that means immediately you have to know how to make money. So this is why I'm telling you the number one reason starting out in business as an entrepreneur, as a startup business owner, do not go get that loan, because it's going to stunt your wealth. And I'm pretty sure some people will argue with me, but I'm pretty sure too, the same people who are going to argue with me and tell you that, yes, you should go get a loan, they probably make money off of it. They make money off you going to go get the loan. That's why they're trying to tell you to go get the loan. And if they don't make money off you going to go get the loan, they want you to go get the loan to buy their stuff so they can make money off of it, right? See, yes, I want to make money off of you guys, but I don't want anybody to go broke. I don't want anybody to struggle to invest in what I got going on. Instead, I want you to go figure out how to make money so you can come invest with me comfortably, right? Because I don't have anything to share with you that's going to make you money overnight. I'm not telling anybody that you're going to get rich quick. You need to come with me expecting longevity. Expecting to invest in yourself. So, number one, we will not go get a loan because that is going to stunt our wealth. So since We can't get a loan and we know we need this money to do our business. Well, I told you guys, you should sell first. Go sell something. And here's the other kicker. People may tell you, well, you got to stay in your niche industry. You got to stay in your lane. That is true. You do need to focus. But I'm telling you right now, whatever your lane is, whatever your focus is, it's something in it that you can sell. Whether you're selling somebody else's products and services, sell their stuff. But we need to get money in your pocket right now, and you can't sell a hope and a dream. I mean, maybe there's some investor out there who would buy your hope, your dream, or whatnot, but the odds of you running into that millionaire investor that don't know you from Adam and Eve, and giving you money is going to be slim to none. All right. And if you ain't have a friend already funding you, then again, you ain't going to get that type of money. So I need you to go make some money right now so you won't lose belief in the vision that the man upstairs keep trying to put into your head. The reason that all of the people don't move forward is because they keep saying, I don't have no money. And so they go get that $150,000 loan, not knowing how to make money. And again, when you go get a $50,000 loan, a $100,000 loan because you looked at some stupid guru that told you to go get the loan and it'll all just work out, that is not true. Once again, these people want their money back. And when you can't pay them back, you're harming your credit score. You're harming your growth, and you're going to get a negative stamp put on top of your head. Your profile is going to say, you don't know how to manage money because you went and listened to a fool. But if we sell it first, we can instantly start making money. Now, if we sell something first, chances are we didn't make the product and it's not our service. Or it could be your service that's using your hands because you don't have a team around you yet, so it's all you. I'm going to sell it first, get the money in my pocket. Now, at this level, you don't make the most money because you have to share it with others. If you're selling somebody else's product, they'll give it to you for $5. You sell it for $8. You're making $3 out of every sale. I like it. You didn't have to take any time. You don't have any expenses for the material. You ain't got to talk to the customers. You don't have to deliver or none of that. That company took it all on. You get a raw $3. I like that. That sells. So that means that every time I sell more, I get $3 more. So how many sales do I need to get the $5,000 a month so I can breathe a little bit? You do the simple math. Okay, let's do some simple math here, guys, because that's what we're doing here on the Dollars to Cents podcast. We got to make it make sense. So if I do $5,000 divided by 3, that means that I need to sell 16. Well, we'll just do 1,700 of these items or products. That's giving me a $3 profit margin every month. So if I now divide that by 30, that means every day that I wake up, I need to sell this 55 times. So how do I sell something 55 times that's giving me a $3 profit margin so I can have $5,000 a month in my pocket? Well, I don't believe you're going to do that watching TV. But we got this thing called social media, right? Social media, most of us got more than 55 followers. And I'm not saying when you post it, you're going to be in front of all of your followers. You're definitely not going to be. You're going to be in about 1% of them. So if you got 100, okay, you got 100 followers, that's 10 people. Well, we got 55 that we need to do. So if I get 10 on Instagram, 10 on Facebook, 10 on YouTube, 10 on LinkedIn, and 10 on TikTok, I got 50 people. I can go find the other 5 outside. And now all of a sudden, every day that I wake up, I need to make great content for TikTok, great content for Instagram, great content for YouTube, great content for LinkedIn, and great content when I go walk outside, because I need 55 people in order to hit my goal. If I don't do those steps, I do not get 55 people to see my product to make me $5,000 a month. This is real basic. There's nothing crazy about what I'm telling you guys to make money. It's simple. Simplicity makes you a lot of money. It's not all this fancy stuff. I just did simple mathematics. So now I need to go out there. If I believe that I can sell something to 55 people, now again, this could be a product where they get two of. It could be something they consume, right? Like a protein bar or something like that. If they buy one, maybe they'll want two. So now in one transaction, I can get $6 or I can get $9 in profit off one person. So I don't need to sell it to 55 individuals. I now can divide the 55 by 3, right? This is just, again, basic math that I'm doing on my head right now because I got a goal of $5,000 a month that I need to achieve and I ain't got no money. And I don't want to take out a loan. But I'm trying to build a multi-million-dollar vision. Once again, the reason I'm teaching you guys to sell first is because now we're going to prove that our concept, this vision that keeps coming into our head telling us that we can make more money for ourselves, well, now I can prove that I know how to go make money. Then and only then, once I learn how to make money, then and only then can I start talking about loans. Can I start thinking about loans? Again, somebody may argue with me on this and say, no, you should just go get the money. Well, you're not going to build wealth like that fast. The method that I'm teaching you build wealth fast. The reason why is because I haven't told you to take on an expense yet. If you take on any expense thus far in this method, you should take on the expense of getting some type of CRM that I could build a website on, funnels or whatnot, and I could set up sales pages so I can make myself some money. Other than that, I don't want to take on no other expenses because I don't know how to make money yet. I can't confirm that I know how to produce money. Once I can confirm I know how to produce money, then I'll go get money. This is the same method for government contracting as well. I got people all the time. Well, Travis, I'm scared to go after government contracts because I ain't got no money. Well, you also ain't got no contract. So I don't know why you keep telling me that you need money when you ain't got no contract. Go get the contract and we can get the money. It's just as simple. Now, since we know in order to get to $1 million and we don't have no money, eventually we will come across a point that we need money. So we should start understanding what are all of the things out there where I can go get money. And here's the reason why we're thinking in this concept. Because this business thing is just like investing, guys. This is why I'm so good at business. This is why people pay me the big bucks. It's because I treat it like investing. Now, what do I mean by this? Once you can understand how to make money and you've confirmed processes and procedures, you've confirmed that your customer wants this offer, they're swiping their card, they're writing a check for it, whatever it is, you have confirmation. Now, when we go get money, it's just like investing in the stock market. If you was to put $10,000 into the stock market, you're looking to get a 10% return or something of that nature of the S&P 500, right? The S&P 500, you could just put your money in there. It should give you a 10% return every year without you doing anything. That's just what it's been doing. So now I need to ask myself, if I took a $100,000 loan out, can I invest it into my system that's going to give me a 10% return? Now I understand why I'm taking out the loan. It's because I need to buy more product to sell to the customer that's already buying the product. It makes sense. I'm going to make my 10% return. The only thing that was holding me back from increasing my sales to the customer was I needed more money to supply them. But I found them first. We already made $30,000 off of them. I'm just trying to make $130,000 off of them now. So I need to go get the loan. It's worth the investment. Now, in order to understand if it's worth the investment, well, we got to understand how much it costs us to obtain the money. So we start thinking loans, okay? The loan tells you got to pay us back 12%. You got to pay us back 7%. So that means the deal that I get, I can't make 7% on a deal when the loan, in order to get the money, it costs me 7%. This is why I don't want y'all to get loans, man. Because you haven't learned how to make 8% returns, 10% returns, 15% returns. Because if I got to go get a loan that costs me 7% of the loan value, and I'm not selling something out here over 7%, I'm in the hole already. Before I even get started, I'm in the negative. And that's the worst position that you guys want to be in. So instead, we're going to be treating this thing like investing. I'm not going to go get $100,000 loan that somebody tells me that I got to pay back 9% and I'm only doing business that's getting me 3% of that. I have to be doing business that's at least getting me something around 12% returns, up to 28% returns or something of that nature. Now it makes sense for me to go obtain this loan in order to service this opportunity. I hope this is making sense to you guys. This is what I'm telling you. It's just like investing. It's better than the stock market. It's better than houses. Business is some of the best returns in investing that you can ever have. And it's treated just like investing in the stock market when it comes to tax time. But I can literally put $500 in a business and make $5 million. Ain't no stock going to do that. Ain't no house going to do that for you. Business can do this for you. It's one of the best investments that everybody should have in their portfolio. Now, I want you guys to start thinking with me. What are some creative ways that you can get money? So we've already realized we need to sell first to put money in our pocket. We've got that concept down. We've got a system that's bringing us money in. We've proven this works. Now we need to go get money. What do you guys think is the best place to get money? Put it in the chat. Because I looked on Facebook the other day. I was inside of this group, small businesses, a small business group inside of Facebook. And somebody had made a post and said, what's your number one problem in business right now? And I promise you not, there was over 300 comments that was under there. And more than half of the comments would say, I need access to capital. I don't believe that. I can't believe that. And the only thing that pops in my mind is they keep seeing stuff on TV. They keep seeing content talking about how Black business owners, Black entrepreneurs don't get access to capital. Guys, this ain't true. People don't have a plan put together. That's why they can't get access to capital. They don't have the credit score that the underwriter is going to approve them to get access to capital. But I promise you this, if you sell first, you will always get access to capital. Because it's a proven concept. I can take the business plan to the people with the money and show them things are kicking off. I need access to the capital. Now, see, a lot of you guys put some good ways in there to get access to capital. We got grants. I like that. Nikita said credit cards. I really like that one. Credit cards is one of the ones that got me rolling. And y'all know, I'm going to tell you guys the things that work for me. The first thing that I tried when getting in this thing called business, other people's money. See, before we go to any bank or anything like that, it's people around you right now with money, whether you know it or not. Now, I'll tell you guys this. I got started in business at a very young age, 24. The people that I knew around me, we all went to HBCUs. I mean, you know the type of community, we ain't have a lot of money. So when I say other people's money, I did go to all the people that I know when I got started out. Every last one of them. I asked them for money. And all of them turned me down. I told them I would have their money back in 3 months max. 3 months I would have their money back. Plus I would give them 10% on top of whatever they gave me. Now these are the same people that was popping bottles with me in the club. That we just tricked away money, going on vacations and stuff. But when I asked for the money, nobody had money. Here today, if I was to ask people for money, I get all types of money. I can get money out the wazoo. And I'm going to touch on that near the end of how you can position yourself to be able to ask people for money and they'll give it to you. But we are in a time right now that I promise you, if you just have some faith, believe in yourself, that if you open your mouth and ask, pause, people, do they have money? And you have a plan together for why you need this money because you've already been selling. You've already been making money. You have a proven concept already put together. If you show people this plan and you ask them for money, you'll be surprised how many people got money. But you need to pay them their money back. That's the other problem that we got too. People give y'all money and then y'all don't pay them their money back. You need to pay people their money back because how else you going to keep getting more money? It baffles me when people burn people over $25,000. Like if somebody gave you $25,000 to help you make money, don't you think they got more money to help you make more money? And you just going to ruin the relationship off one $25,000 deal? That's stupid. But once again, people got money, whether you know it or not. I don't care what they talking about on Instagram or CNBC with their statistics. I never understood where they was getting the statistics from anyways. Anytime I see statistics that they put up talking about the black population is the poorest or whatnot, where are you getting the stats? Because you never asked me. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember nobody coming with a clipboard asking me no questions. And if you look at my tax returns, it don't fit that criteria that you're talking about. So again, I just don't understand some of the stuff that they be talking about sometimes. It messes with your mind. People got money. That's one. The second one, somebody already said, credit cards. You guys look at some of my old videos. Matter of fact, I put them all up, but here's some of them. I still got more. You know what I'm saying? We got credit cards out the wazoo. You know what I'm saying? I got credit cards for days. I think I probably have about 20 some credit cards. And here's the kicker. I'm not telling you to just go get credit cards like some of these credit people be telling you. That's stupid. We're going to go get a credit card because we need to spend it on our business expenses that we already know is making us money. Okay. It makes us money, so I'm getting a business credit card, not a personal credit card. If all you got is a personal right now, then you need to stop spending on that personal and only spend for business things on that personal credit card until we can get a business credit card. But we're not going to commingle these funds. We have to separate the business from the person. So I want a business credit card if I can get it immediately. And again, I'm stopping spending on everything. This is just all business now. But anytime I see a credit card that says 0% APR, didn't I tell y'all I don't like paying people money? In my mind, when I see 0% APR, all you're telling me is you'll loan me money and I ain't got to pay you no interest for a certain amount of time. That's free money. So what's the max that I could get on a credit card? $40,000? Well, hopefully you have a business that's doing $40,000 in transactions. Because now what you should do, here's the game. Since I've already found out how to make money, and chances are when you're bootstrapping this thing and you're doing that thing, making money first, right? Your expenses are going to start coming up because you're taking some of that money for your expenses and whatnot. Now that I got the credit card for 0% interest APR, you need to hold all of your money. Stop taking your money that you've been earning and putting it back into the business for expenses. Now you need to take your money and put it into like a high yield savings account or something of that nature. I would tell you to invest it, but most of you guys don't really know how to invest like that. So we're going to protect it. You're going to put it in a high yield saving account that can give you around 5% returns. And then we're going to use the credit card money to funnel the business. And now every time the business makes money, you pay that credit card back. And every time you get profits, you put the profit into the high yield savings account, and you keep using the credit card's money to keep producing the business to make the money. What's also going to happen is this is going to increase your credit profile because they're seeing that you're using money, you're paying the money back. You're using money, you're paying the money back. This is going to help out your wealth because your physical money, your actual money is being stored over here in a high yield savings account, and it's now working. Instead of you just keep giving it back out and then bringing it back in. The other kicker to this is your money is no longer at risk. Anytime we do business with transactions, I don't care who it is, whether we're transacting with the government or another person, your money is always at risk. Well, now the credit card company's money is at risk. My money is protected. If something goes down, well, that's the credit card's money. You know what I'm saying? We're going to figure that out between the credit card company and me and the merchant or the processor, whoever or whatnot. But my money, my actual money is sitting over here. This is why I like credit cards. The other reason why I like credit cards, can anybody tell me what is a top reason that you spend on a credit card? Does anybody know why you want to transact on your credit card outside of protection? Okay, I told you, listen, the protection may be the biggest thing to me. I will call Amex up. Well, I don't even call them no more. We just open up the app and we go in the text and let them know somebody took your money. You know what I'm saying? At any time. I like buying stuff on the internet without a scarcity in the world that somebody going to hack my stuff. You mean you going to hack Amex credit card and take their money? I don't care. I'm just going to go file the report. I didn't do it. Once again, my money is protected. Don't you have no bank card? My bank card is cut up. I don't even know how to go to the ATM. I don't have a PIN number or a card to do it. My ATM is Amex. Credit history is a good reason, but that's not the number one reason. I guess it could be. Come on, Mike. Mike hit it on the money. It's the points and the perks. Now, hear me out, guys. I told you, I want y'all to build wealth. Now, if you're doing this government contracted thing, I really like this model because usually the government wants you to buy products or services. They didn't already did the contract. You know you're going to get your money. So I really like swiping the credit card now for the points and the perks. Now, why is it so important for the points and the perks? Because I told you we're building wealth. Now, here goes an eliminator to a lot of y'all wealth. How many of you guys love to travel? Put a me in the chat. Put a me in the chat if you love to travel, or put an airplane emoji in the chat if you love to travel. I love traveling. You know, I like getting rocks in salty water, getting on the beaches. But that costs a lot of money, guys. If you travel more than 3 times a year and you got somebody else traveling with you, I mean, y'all are spending damn near $10,000, if not more. So if I can now take the credit card, use the Amex credit card money to make money and make me profit, so my profit can get stored in an account and go to work making 5% or more if you know how to invest it in the real estate or into the stock market or into even another business. If you know how to invest it, you can make more than the high yield savings account of a 5% return. But the other kicker is the points that the credit card is going to make, it's going to eliminate your travel expenses for the year. So if you were spending $10,000 in travel every year, that's now an extra $10,000 that you get to put into this investment account. So that $10,000 can start earning 5% if it's in a high yield savings account, or hopefully you've learned how to invest and can get higher returns. That's an extra $10,000 a year, all because you set your foundation of how to move money a little bit better. We're using our credit card now to run this money through. Why y'all think everybody be sitting in first class all the time? I hope y'all don't think they really be buying first class tickets. They use their points. Why y'all think everybody be traveling all over the place all the time? I hope y'all don't really think they be buying these flight tickets. They be using their points. So now when we start being real business owners and we start doing things like running ads, I'm giving y'all the gurus plays, whether y'all know that or not. Just imagine if you're running ads for your business and you're spending $50,000, $100,000. I know some people that spend $1 million in ads every month because they're making that much back in return. Okay. So imagine if you're spending $50,000 in ads every month, and at minimum, you get $50,000 back every month for the stuff that you sell. You break even immediately. You put out 50, you get back 50. Imagine you get a government contract to sell them printers or paper or something of that nature, and it's $100,000, and you take the credit card and get the $100,000 paper order, okay, on that credit card, that they're going to be giving you $160,000 back. You paid $100,000 and you get the points. You just made more than $160,000. You made an extra $60,000 in profit, plus you just got points to eliminate your travel expenses. Ooh, come on now. I'm telling y'all too much sauce today. What's the next one that we got here? Factoring companies. There's companies out here that already know that you need money. They are already built that if you have a deal in your hand, we will factor the deal and give you the money. So this is why I encourage you guys, just go make the deal. Get the deals closed and it's money available. So you can just go out there and Google right now factoring companies, and you can start to learn how much do they charge in order to obtain money. Now you may be saying, well, I still don't understand how I'm going to make money. Well, here's the thing. If a company is going to charge you 10% to get money, again, I don't know what their percentages are. I'm just throwing that out there. If a company is going to charge you 10% to obtain money, then guess what? Your profit, when you go to write that proposal up, I'll be damned if your profit can only be 10%. That automatically forces that your profit got to be higher than 10%. At minimum, it's probably got to be like 14, 15% to make it worthwhile, but it really got to be somewhere in there 23, 24%, or 20%. But I have to understand how much does it cost me to make money, because now I got to put the fee, the cost of me making money now has to go to my customer until I don't need to get that money no more. And then I won't have that fee no more, which means now I can lower the cost to my customer. But until then, in order to keep these doors open, I have to understand the expense of money so I can bill the customer. And then they pay for it. See, with the credit card method, which I want to make sure that you guys don't get caught up in this. The credit card, they usually want their money in 30 days. So if the customer ain't paying you your money back fast enough, you're going to have an expense for a whole lot of money that you borrow. So watch out for that. But if your customer can pay you back fast enough, faster than 30 days, then by all means, swipe that credit card through. All right. But these factoring companies, they are out there. You just ain't going to get no points. The other one is SBA loans. I told you guys the SBA should be your friend anyways. I don't understand how you could be a small business and that you don't have a relationship with the SBA. That just baffles me. It's called the Small Business Administration. You need to understand who the Small Business Administration is because you're a small business. They fight for you. All this stuff you say ain't fair. Well, this is what the small business is for. That capital that you say that you ain't got access to, that's where the small business is for. But here goes the kicker. All of that stuff that they talk about on the internet where you ain't got to show no paperwork, you ain't got to have no credit score. No, well, the SBA ain't about to play them games with you. You know what I'm saying? The SBA is about real business, not no hobbies or no scams. So yeah, they gonna require you, right? They're going to require that you fill out paperwork and you are a legit business with a business plan. That's why most people don't go to the SBA, because the SBA, again, they saying, hey, you can't come in here raggedy and expect money. This is why I put them at the end, because most people want to be raggedy. I got an SBA loan right now for $250,000. Haven't used it one day in my life, but I got it. I think I paid $200 a year for $250,000 credit line access. It ain't even a loan. Let me take that back. It's not a loan. It's a credit line. So I paid $200 a year for access to $250,000 that I haven't used yet. I probably should. You know what? I just thought about that as I was talking out loud. I'm about to use that this year because I got to look at the percentage of the credit line, right? How much do I have to pay back in the credit line? And now can I put it in an investment vehicle that's going to give me more of a return than the credit line was talking about? Now, the other reason why I'm telling you guys about the SBA. Now, I could slap myself for this. During the pandemic, guys, I wasn't as educated. I'm not going to lie to you guys, man. I wasn't as educated in finances as I am now. The pandemic forced me to sit down and pay attention to money a little bit more, learn the principles, the ins and outs. I had vehicles in place like Roth IRAs, life insurance policy, IRAs. We got 401k plans, real estate, even other businesses I'm invested in, but I didn't quite understand what I was doing yet, right? Now, the other reason, again, why I'm telling you guys about the whole SBA route, because once you understand, what it is that you really have the power to do and get this money and really understand percentages and rates of return, you'll really start to see this thing called business is really just about, can you manage money being moved? Because here's the thing, what I started to notice, I'm not doing none of the work for any of my businesses. I'm the visionary. I sell. This is what I do. Now, again, I have a vision. I create things from the start, but once I can get it up and running, selling, I then pass it off to other people because now I understand true business is just about moving money. The government has asked to create jobs. In order to create jobs, I just got to pay a payroll. So now it's understanding, if I can solve a problem with 4 people, how much is it going to cost me for those 4 people to solve this problem? Well, those 4 people know how to do what I already do because I know how to solve those type of problems easily. I can go talk about them. I can go sell it. So now how much does it cost me for these 4 people? If each of them are making $100,000 a year, that's $400,000 that is going to cost me. I am now going to charge my customer around 30% 30% more of $400,000 is what I'm going to charge my customer. I'll probably charge them more than that. I ain't even gonna lie. But anyways, you take 400,000, you multiply it or whatever to get your 30%. You put the 30% on top of the 400,000. That's the bill that's going towards the customer. The customer accepts it. I now have a payroll for a year. It don't cost me $400,000 up front to solve this problem. You divide that by 12 months. Every pay period, it's costing me a certain amount of money. I can cover that on a credit card. You know what I'm saying? I could cover some of these expenses on other vehicles because, again, most people have the concept, I need $500,000. No, you don't. Your expenses aren't $500,000 every month. Your expenses is only like $32,000 a month. And I'm just throwing numbers out there, guys. Don't try to quote me on it. Now I can see for the next 3 months, I technically only need $90,000 to cover me for the next 3 months. Where can I go get $90,000 at? How much does it cost me to obtain $90,000 so I can make sure I'm covering it in the price that I charge my customer? And now I get my profit, my customer gets their product or service, and my employees get paid. At the end of the day, I was just sitting back and moving money. Now that I get this money that's coming in from my business and profit, I don't want to pay taxes on it. So now I got to move the money again. Now I got to get involved with real estate. I got to get involved with the stock market. I got to go get life insurance policies. I got to go get Roth IRAs. I got to go get 401k plans. I got to get another business because I got this new money that's coming in that I'm really in the business of moving money now. And that's where you're going to get to too. But first, we got to start with finding something that's going to keep the engine of the money being moved. The business is the engine of moving the money. This is why I want everybody to start out with business. You as a W-2 worker, you are a business, whether you know it or not. You're just in a bad position right now, but you're still a business. You are the engine that's moving the money. That's the problem. You're the engine. You didn't create an engine. When we have a business, we create the engine to move the money. Once I have that engine rolling, I can go grab money. I can go get a loan from over here. I can borrow money from friends over there. I can go get a credit card and spend money over here because I'm spending it in the engine that's going to produce the money that I can pay everybody back and I can pay myself too. And I'm not scamming. I'm not trying to get over on people. I'm just handling business, clean business too. That's what the SBA wants to see. If I would have known what I know today with the SBA during the pandemic, I hope y'all are going to hear me because we cannot allow a situation to come up like this again and we do not take advantage of it. I could slap myself every single day that I think about this because it was a chance to create wealth at a whole nother level. I'm pretty damn wealthy right now, but I could have been extremely wealthy if I would have known what I knew today. How many of you guys knew that during the pandemic that you could borrow money at 1% to no percent? Did you guys just hear me? You could borrow money at 1% to no percent. Now, let me tell you why I beat myself up. Let me take down this SBA loan real quick. And I started this statement out like this. Do not get a loan. This is how I became wealthy. I never got a loan outside of the home equity line that I first got to get started in business because I told you I asked everybody for money and they all curved me. The only place I knew to get money was equity in my house. That was my first and my last loan that I ever got. I stopped getting loans because I went to go pay them back their money. Wells Fargo, I went to pay them back their money in 3 months. Like I told my friends that didn't give me no money. I got $80,000 from Wells Fargo. I paid them $92,000 back in 3 months. Come to find out, the loan that I signed was for 3 years. They didn't want the money back right now because they wanted more money on interest. And they said, well, you can't pay this back. You got to pay a penalty, a very high penalty for paying this money back. And I was scarred ever since then. I said, I ain't touching a loan ever again a day in my life. And I didn't. But what I did was I literally crippled myself from generating tons of wealth because I didn't understand borrowing money. Now, if at any time we come back in America that you can get money at 0% to 1%, I want you guys to scratch everything that I've been talking about, not going to go get no loan. You go get that loan. Because I'm almost for certain that you're going to know how to make more than 1%. You can take the money and put it into a high yield savings account and make 5%. And you're going to get 4% in profit and pay them people their 1% back later. We going to make money. Again, I had an offer for $3 million at a 1% interest, and I turned it down because it was called a loan, and I just couldn't wrap it around my mind. Like, oh man, you want to make money off of me? Nah, I don't want to take out that loan. Oh, do y'all know if I just would have took the $3 million at a 1% return? Oh my goodness. Like, I don't know why that did not kick into my head, Travis. You're already doing over 20% returns on everything that you got going on right now. If I would have just took the $3 million and then removed all of my money from everywhere that I got going on and just used the $3 million, like, guys, all of my money could have just been making money. And then the $3 million could have made its own 28% returns on all the stuff that I got going on. That's why I could kick myself in the head, but that's neither here nor there. That's spilt milk. It's over with now. We got to move forward. What I'm trying to advise to you guys, at any time that you have put together the engine that's making you a percentage of return that you can look at the numbers. So that means you're going to have QuickBooks or something like that, right? To make sure you can read your books. Instagram. You guys are about to get cut off. If you guys want to keep watching, you're going to need to come over to YouTube. All right. Click the link in my bio, click on the YouTube logo, and you will be able to continue watching here on YouTube. All right. But like I was stating, if I just would have took that money, I probably would have had $40-50 million by now. So we need to pay attention to percentages moving forward of obtaining money, because if any of those type deals come forward, we got to grab it. But also, all of these loans that I'm talking about, credit card, SBA loan, borrowing money from other people, if the percentage is right, take it. I hope y'all hear me. 7% ain't really right now because most of you guys don't even know how to do 10%. So I'm not going to advise you to go get loans at 7%. I'm not going to advise you to go get loans at 12%, 18%, or get a credit card with 25%. I'm not going to advise that because you haven't put together the engine yet that can get you 12% back. We need to work on the engine. And if you tell me right now, well, I need money to work on the engine, you're a liar. You don't need no money to work on the engine. You need a voice. Now, if you got a couple dollars to invest in the engine right now, well, that makes the engine drive a whole lot faster. But if you're telling me that you strapped for cash right now, don't use that as an excuse. You don't need money to start an engine. You just need yourself and your time. Those are two things I know you got because you're watching right now. So start the engine and get the ball rolling. Now, the next thing, as I started to tell you guys, is the home equity line of credit. I saved this one for last because I just told you the story about the home equity line of credit. 9 times out of 10, you're going to pay a penalty for paying that home equity line of credit back fast. But now that I know what I know now, I could go get the home equity line of credit out because I know how to move money in other ways. But most of y'all not there yet. You won't be there either until you start making money and you start moving money. It'll start kicking in. Because once again, I told you, I'm just really learning a lot of these processes during the pandemic time. Because I started putting those processes into practice. You won't really learn this stuff that I'm talking about. You're hearing it, but you won't learn it until you start that engine. That engine starts making you money. And then what's going to happen? Here's what's going to happen, guys. The engine's going to start making you money. And then January, what are we at? February 6th. Okay. So I think, well, I know in April is the deadline, but usually the accountant sent the email at the end of January. So I believe I got a meeting next week. So next week, right? Next week, what's going to end up happening is the accountant is going to be on top of everybody and they're going to tell you got to pay this IRS a real nice tab, right? And then you're going to say, but wait a minute. Like the IRS didn't work for none of this money right here. And that's neither here nor there. You still going to have to pay that IRS tab. Now you're going to get into the space of moving money because you ain't going to want to pay the IRS that tab again. But that's not a problem, guys. I love paying the IRS. If you got to pay the IRS, that means that you're making money. You got an engine that's working. That's why I like paying the IRS. That is a problem, a good problem that I want you guys to have. That is going to lead us to becoming money managers. That's just the way that it works. And if you ain't paid that high ticket to the IRS yet, well, you ain't there yet. That's okay too. You just got to admit it. We ain't there yet. We got to make more money faster so we can get to that problem that Travis is talking about. The home equity can be a very dangerous thing. But again, if your engine is making you 28% returns, then the home equity is a smart thing to do. I don't mind paying that penalty back when I know that I'm 10Xing whatever that home equity line is. And the last one, this may be my favorite one. Join or build a community. I'm not joking with you guys. And I say this all the time, man, because I'm not a person to take advantage of my community. So I can say things like this because they know I would never do it to them. But I could probably right now go inside of my community, my Pure Money community, my GovCon cheat code community. I could probably walk out with, $100,000, $200,000. And that's without a plan. I could put a plan together right now and I've got 100% confidence that I can go in that community and walk out with $1 million. If not, maybe 100,000 short with a plan put together. An investment plan of how I'm going to help everybody make their money. Because they trust me. I've never stared them wrong. I've never scammed them. I've only delivered. I provided value over and over again. I'm here every week serving my community, delivering to my community, because one day I'm going to need something. I don't know what it is. I don't know when it will be, but I will need something. Everybody needs something from somebody in life at some point. But what I have learned is if you have a community, they will serve you too. And see, you can't have a community if you ain't serving them. So if you're not a person to serve the community, join somebody else's community and serve inside of that community. And they too will show up for you. You don't have to be a creator of a community. You can just get in a community and be a good person. That's why I said join or build a community, whichever one you want to go with. I tried to join communities, but the stuff that they was talking about in there was just crazy to me. Multiple communities I've tried to join. I just, again, I don't like the principles that they teach of how to make money, how to run business, how to get loans and stuff like that. And I can't keep sitting back biting my tongue because I care about my people that much. So I decided to build my own because I can't respect other people's. And it ain't for me to jump inside somebody's community that they've taken their hard work, blood, sweat, and tears to build. It ain't for me to jump in there and try to destroy it. Instead, I just backed out and built my own thing. But we are in 2024. You have to be a part of community because people's attention spans are so small. And when people's attention spans are so small, it allows them to get involved in all types of stuff where they are getting burnt. They are getting taken advantage of. They are losing money. It is scammers left and right because their attention span is so small. So you need to be the change person. You need to build the community that people can trust. Or once again, you need to find the community that's already built that you can go provide value in. And most times you're going to do it for free. You're not going to get paid to go into a community that was already built and delivered. You don't do that to the president when they call and ask you to do volunteer calls, and they only call you during election time and everybody just runs to go help. Well, let me not say everybody. Okay. Yes. I know in the black community, we ain't running to help nobody. But most times, okay, on this business side, when the presidents and the Congress people call for volunteers, people just run to go do it. And they never ask for $1. They celebrating hoo-ha. We got the president in. That's the same thing that you do when you join somebody's community. You go in there, you work real hard, you get them put at the top of Apple Podcasts. You get them put on other people's stages. And when they get on there, you hoo-ha. Guess what's going to happen when they get better? They're going to bring you along. Ain't that what the president does? Ain't that what every congressperson does? They get into office, they get their position, and then they bring the people along that they seen in front of their face helping them out. That's what community does. This is why I'm telling you, we can do all of these things before we start taking out loans. I'm tired of hearing people cry about capital. I'm tired of hearing the people in our community with all of these excuses of why you can't become a better person. I'm sick of hearing about Jay-Z and Beyonce in this Grammy Award. She got 32 Grammys. She's almost a billionaire, if not a billionaire already. I don't care about another person's platform. Create your own platform and you can come up with your own rules on how to vote for things. You can reward your own people on how you would like to reward them. But we got to stop asking everybody to change what they've created for their own platforms because we don't like it. Go make more money faster, and whatever you have a desire or burning passion in, when you get this money, go create it. It's just that simple. And we all got the power to do it. But I'm telling you right now, there is going to be a hurdle in place. There is going to be somebody trying to stop you. There is going to be somebody that shuts the door in your face. There is going to be somebody that takes advantage of you. All of this stuff is going to happen, but that don't mean that you stop. The reason you can't stop, guys, is because here's the thing. Just like investing, every time I've made an investment, all investments have come with losses. If I look at every investment that I've made, and I started investing back at the beginning of college, my first year in college, that's 2006 is when I made my first investment. If I was to look at all of my investments from that first date till to date, I've probably, if I'm taking every stock and things of that nature, I've probably made well over 5,000 investments. Out of those 5,000 investments, I've probably lost 4,000. I hope y'all are hearing me. Out of the 5,000 investments that I've gotten in, whether it was stocks, it was investing in other people, it was other businesses that I tried to get into, it was softwares that I invested in to help in my company or whatnot. Out of all of this stuff, over 5,000 investments, 4,000 of them did not work. But the 1,000 that did work outweighed the 4,000 by far. And trust me, those 1,000 didn't come first. The 4,000 definitely came first. You take 100 losses, and then you get one win that erases all 100. And as you go to scale up after that, you're going to experience another 200 losses because you're entering a space that you knew nothing about before. You just made more money than you've ever had before. It's impossible that you know what to do with 6 figures in your bank account. I ain't talking about doing 6 figures in a transaction. I'm talking about 6 figures sitting in your bank account. It's impossible that you're going to know what to do with 6 figures sitting in your bank account and you ain't never had 6 figures sitting in your bank account. This is what irritates me when people be talking about what billionaires do and all that shit. What millionaires do. You don't know what they do. You read an article. An article talking about what they think a millionaire does. Everybody's thinking instead of just taking the action. You really want to know what a millionaire does? This is what we do. We manage our money and then we move it. So we don't have to pay all the money in taxes. We get the engine moving to get the money cycling. And then once the engine can cycle the money, we put it in these vehicles so we ain't got to pay taxes so we can become a millionaire very quickly. As long as you got this money working in a bad engine, the bad engine is you making the money with your hands, which again, that's an engine, is just a bad one. If you keep making the money in the bad engine, and every time the bad engine makes money, the tax system takes 40% of your money, it's damn near impossible that you can get to where you want to go to because they keep taking everything. But if you invested into these things that I talked about today, when you use these vehicles that I talked about that can now allow that money to run your engine, so now your money can go into the investment vehicles that do not get you taxed. Now we're making money. Now we're building wealth. I can build wealth when I ain't got nobody in my pocket taking 40%. I just don't know how you build too much wealth too fast when somebody's taking 40% of your money all the time. It's impossible to me. Or else you got to make a whole lot of money. And that is why I don't like loans. Because if I go get a loan, I got to pay them back 20%, 12%. I don't go get loans until I learn how to make money. I hope that you guys understand what I've shared with you guys today. Put a fire emoji down there in the chat if you picked up anything that I put down today. Also, if you got any questions, feel free to ask your questions. I'll be sure to answer them there for you guys. I think I may, on my next segment of the Dollars to Cents podcast, I may talk about my life insurance policy and how I'm operating that one. We'll be actually paying back that policy here this month in the next week. So we got to put, I believe it's like $130,000 into it. So we'll put $130,000 back into the life insurance policy, right? So my anniversary year is February 25th. I'm going to put $130,000 back into my whole life insurance policy. On the anniversary date, it needs to, so, man, I can go down this whole spiel, but whatever. On the anniversary date, it's going to take the money that I put back. So my policy is still going to be solid because I put the money back. So it's $130,000 in there. It'll be a little bit more. Whatever that value, let's say 140. It'll be $140,000 in there. Whatever the percent of return is at the insurance, life insurance policy's time on February 25th, I'll get that rate of return. So I'm hoping it's 10%, but I'm pretty sure it won't be. So let's say we get somewhere around like 6% return on that $140,000, right? So I'm going to get the 6% return on $140,000. On February the 26th, I'm going to take a loan out for the $140,000 plus the 6% that it returns. So whatever that total amount is, I'm now going to take a loan out for the value of my policy. So I didn't technically take the money out of it. I took the loan out of it. Now, That's why I'm putting the money back, because I previously took the loan out. So now I'm putting the money back so I can get my return. On February the 26th, I pull all of the money back out. The face value that's on the keyboard shows that the money's still in there. I took a loan out against that money, and then I invest that money, whether it's in stock, real estate, or I got some of it sitting in a high yield savings account. So while it's earning its 6% return or up to 10% return in the whole life policy, I also got it working in a high yield savings account that's going to give me 5% return at minimum. And then I put some in the stock market where, again, I can show y'all my stock portfolio, man. Let me look at where we currently at. And I use this app M1, which, again, I probably should show y'all that stuff too. Let me see. Invest. Where are we at? Where are we at? All right. So let me. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me see. Come on, camera. Oh yeah, I can't see it. It says 60% returns. I don't know if y'all can see that. So I'm at a 60.91% return investing my own money. So 60% return plus the 5% return from the high yield savings account, that put it at 65%, plus the 6% to hopefully 10% return of the life insurance policy. We're talking at over 70% returns on $140,000 in a year. I put the money back. I wash, rinse, and repeat. All of this money that is earning me right here is sitting in a HSA plan, Roth IRA, a IRA, a 401k. Those are all earning revenue, tax-free, that the trust is the beneficiary of all of this stuff, not Travis. Travis is broke. And I'll never tell y'all the name of the trust. Good luck. Now that all of that money is flowing into there, okay? Now we're talking about, which we haven't gotten to yet. This is where I'm trying to get to, but I just can't find a team for this. I can't do everything by myself. But our next level that we're getting to is that most people don't know, but you could take those Roth IRAs, those IRAs, your 401k plan, a HSA plan, you could take that money and go buy real estate with it. And if you have enough real estate, let me not say enough real estate. If you are involved with real estate a certain amount of hours every week, you unlock this box inside of the tax code system that says you're a professional real estate investor or whatever they call it, right? So now you get all these other tax benefits. But now that I take my Roth IRA and I buy real estate with it, the money that's earned through the real estate goes back into the Roth IRA tax-free. I'm not paying no taxes. When I go to sell, tax-free. Now you may be saying, well, I can't touch the Roth money unless I'm doing things with it like real estate. I can invest in cryptocurrency with it. Like I can invest in other market plans with these tax-free shelters. So when I earn money, I don't have to pay taxes. Now here goes the kicker. When I get a certain retirement age, I can get all of this money tax-free, but that's a ways away. What I can do with this money is I can go get a loan on it. I can go get a loan against my assets. Now, again, I didn't tell y'all about all of this stuff because we need to get the engine making the money first. This is why I teach y'all government contracting, because you guys can move a whole lot of money really, really fast. This ain't no $5 ebook type stuff. If you look at my Instagram story, you can literally look at my Instagram story. I just showed y'all $1 million contract re-up. We really move this money like this. I'm not capping. I'm not showing y'all no Excel sheets. I don't know what they be talking about when they talking about they making $800,000 a month. Look, these government contractors are lying to you. They not making no $500,000 a month. I'm letting you know right now, the day I make $500,000 a month, $800,000 a month, I'm not getting on YouTube to tell y'all a damn thing ever again. Forget that. Okay? But anyways, now that you have all of this stuff in here and you got that cash flowing engine, I can go get a loan against my assets that are sitting in a tax-free shelter. Well, if I got $1 million worth of assets sitting right here, I can easily go get a $500,000 loan. And the kicker to this is I don't have to pay taxes on loans. So now I can take that $500,000 and go buy smart things with it. Not no cars and all that stuff, but now I can go buy another business. I can go buy more real estate. I can invest into smart things in the stock market. I can invest in the cryptocurrency with this loan money because I ain't paying no taxes on it. Now that stuff makes money again, I just move it all throughout the assets all over again. This is the system that we need to get into. If you guys get into this type of system and this type of thinking, you'll realize it ain't nothing to complain about. But as long as you keep listening to media and you keep listening to all these broke people around you that refuse to learn how to become a better person. That's all I'm telling you guys to do. I haven't said anything about any niche or any type of that stuff. The only thing that I've been teaching you guys about today is how to become a better person. And it's not hard. We all can do it. If you believe that you can become a better person, I need you to type right now, I can be better. And as you're typing, I can be better, when we get off this live tonight, I don't want you to wait till tomorrow. Tonight, when we get off of this live, I want you to sit down and start writing out your tomorrow. What is tomorrow going to look like for you? You got 24 hours in tomorrow. Write it out. What will it look like for every single hour? And that's going to start the process of you becoming a better person. The key to becoming a better person is managing your current time. If you manage your current time, you'll learn more things. And the only way to learn more things is if you watch my video, Sell Your Way to Wealth. I believe I put it in there. The only way to learn more things is by taking action, not by reading books, not by watching videos. So I'm asking you to do something to become better. So we're going to write out what tomorrow looks like for us doing something. Do you need to work out tomorrow because you haven't worked out? I'm talking about myself, FYI. We need to do it. That's going to make you better. See, I can't get you wealthy if we can't be healthy. Now, if you ain't made an extra dollar yet, forget all of the other stuff that you've been thinking about, that you've been learning about. The only thing you need to focus on is selling something tomorrow. Get out there tomorrow and sell something. You don't need a website to sell something. You don't need a funnel system to sell something. You don't need courage to sell something. The only thing you need is your voice. And I know God gave you that, and you really don't even need your voice. You can write it if you can't talk. If you can't write, then you're allowed to use your voice. If you can't write or use your voice, they got some new features out here that you can utilize your whole brain and you ain't got to say 2 words. It'll do it for you. AI out here. We got all types of things that you can do. Give me another excuse of why you couldn't make no money tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you you're a liar. Robert said, one of my mentors told me he shot for 30%. If that's not possible, he won't take on the project. See, when you guys get to a certain point, you're not just going to take any type of money. You only take deals that make sense. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. His mentor said, hey, if it don't make me 30%, it don't make sense for me to get in this deal, or else I have to do work in order to enjoy the money. Now that he realizes 30%, well, his target market changes a whole lot. He ain't talking to just anybody. He's talking to clients that got enough money to give him 30% profits. It's just that simple. Now you eliminated a whole lot of the clowns. Man, I'm just discovering you exist. I didn't know the game, but got 2 different futuristic products listed by a prime who now wants to sub me. All products I sell was under an exclusive deal with the government. Congratulations. Appreciate you being here. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out with 3 other business owners. That's a hell of a deal right there. That's how you get your feet wet and put money in your pocket while doing it. I love it. What else we got here? Yeah, we did miss that bus. I'm pretty sure you talk about the pandemic spending. We missed it. But hey, it's going to come back. Guys, that's another thing too. We did miss the bus for that pandemic money. But all this stuff happened before. 2008, they had a crisis going on too. Money was crazy back then. Right before, money was low. At one point, I was talking to my neighbor who's older than me. He told me that he's seen 14% mortgage rates, right? All of this stuff just happens again. What you need to do is prepare yourself for the next time, so you can be filthy rich. And this is how you prepare yourself. We going to have assets sitting behind trust. We going to have money sitting inside of businesses that's behind trust. And when whenever the next thing happens, maybe it's something for space or something. Whenever that happens, we going to be ready to go. That's it. We ain't going to miss the bus next time. Robert said, I'm getting that loan knowing what I know now. I'm with you, Robert. Look, I pay attention to all loan things now. Anytime documents come in and it say something about a loan, how much does it cost? That's all I want to know. Anytime somebody want to offer me money, at this point right now, I'm just, how much does it cost? Because now it's just a no-brainer on a certain percent. If I can get money under 5%, I want it. Because I can now remove my money out of all equations and replace it with this loan money for 5%. And my money can go earn 60%. Like I just showed y'all. So it's a no-brainer to me. Join, build a community. In other words, show up to the party. Get inside the room. It's really that simple. You will be amazed at what you could do by joining a community. Like, I took over ClickFunnels community at one time. I could honestly go inside of my guy Marty's community inside of Facebook and take over his community simply because he doesn't talk in his community. Do y'all hear? Like, he has this large community on Facebook that he doesn't talk in, much like myself. But since he doesn't talk in there, I'm not going to go in there and sell. I can just go provide value, and my value will do the selling. But it's all about showing up and showing out. You feel me? All right. That's what I'm talking about. William said tomorrow is lined up. Let's get it. I can be better. I see y'all. I can be better. I will be better. Let's get it. Tomorrow, y'all gonna be better. I love it. I read that wealth comes from brand, not from hard-working hands. Come on now. Listen, I've never in my life seen hard-working hands become millionaires. Y'all hear me? Now, of course, there's going to be some fool out there. Look, I know somebody that worked hard. Well, the person that you're talking about that worked hard and became a millionaire, they probably 82. Like, I don't want $1 million when I turn 82. I'm not trying to work hard to get $1 million at 82. Is you crazy? What they tell you, I think retirement is like at 70 now. You want me to work hard until I'm 70 to see $1 million? Is you crazy? You cannot become a multi-millionaire using your hands. This got to come into play. This is what's going to make you a multi-millionaire, your brain. And then there's only one thing that makes you a billionaire. Of course, somebody would tell me it's the visionary. I know. I told you your brain makes you a multi-millionaire. From 2 million, because that's multi, anything more than one is multi. From 2 million all the way up to $999 million, your brain can make you that. Your brain doesn't make you a billionaire. Oh, man. See, man, I be too smart for my own self, man. I've never seen a billionaire where their brain made him a billionaire. And again, somebody will argue with me about that too. They start bringing up people like Apple and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all of them, but their brain didn't make them billionaires. That's where you guys got it twisted. Their brain made them millionaires. Do you guys know what makes a billionaire a billionaire? Can anybody guess? Put it in the chat. What is it that makes a billionaire a billionaire? And we're going to leave off on this last thing right here. Knowing what makes a billionaire, because we already know what makes a millionaire, your brain. We know what makes a thousandaire, their hands, right? Your hands make you $100,000 a year. It makes you $250,000 a year. People enjoy their hands making them a thousandaire. Your brain makes you a multi-millionaire, but what makes you a billionaire? Big B. Systems. I ain't say it was systems. I'm just putting what was put up there. It's not systems. I got systems. I'm a millionaire. It ain't systems. Well, you know what? I took that back. It does have to do with systems. It has to do with systems. But it ain't the system that makes you a billionaire. Right? I'll tell y'all. The only way that you can become a billionaire, there's only one way to do this. And the reason why I said systems is involved with this is because in order to become a billionaire, said God. Well, I guess God definitely got to play a part in this. But it ain't praying for it, right? It's just trusting that God is going to lead you to make this right decision, right? The only way that you can become a billionaire is you have to acquire other people's systems. I hope y'all are hearing me. Did y'all understand what I just told you? In order to become a billionaire, you have to acquire the competition systems. It's called purchasing other businesses. Acquiring, acquisition. You got to buy out the comp. Ain't that what Amazon does? They buy all their competition. Ain't that what Apple do? They buy all of these auxiliary companies that fit their verticals of what they do. The reason that they purchase these companies, I want y'all to hear me out because this is why, in order to build wealth, I need you guys to start thinking like this, right? So what ends up happening is Jeff Bezos or somebody goes there and they say, well, wait a minute. Majority of our sales of our expenses are in the shoe side of the industry. Well, they're buying all of these shoes from somebody else, and we got the expenses. Our expenses to sell the shoes is at $30 million. But yet we've made another company $800 million while we only made $100 with a $30 million expense. And I'm just making numbers up, guys. So now it makes sense for me to acquire the shoe company so I can eliminate the expense and just bring in all the revenue. Now, all of a sudden, I just made myself an extra $800 million and I eliminated a $30 million expense because it's all in-house now. Now, with that same system that I just acquired because they were the master of their lane, I can attach them with my data in my system and we can increase from 800 million to 1.6 billion. Acquisitions are the only thing that makes a billionaire a billionaire. You just seen OpenAI and ChatGPT. They didn't become billionaires through OpenAI and ChatGPT. It was acquired through Microsoft. Acquisitions make you a billionaire. This is why when I see people all the time, when I tell y'all to type in the chat, I am a millionaire, and I see people type, I am a billionaire, I be thinking, man, you're never going to make it. You ain't going to make it because your network ain't big enough. You ain't been acquiring no businesses yet. Hell, you ain't even created a system to make sales for yourself. Well, you haven't created a system that other people's making sales for you yet. And yet you're going to be a billionaire when I'm telling you the only way that you can become a billionaire is through acquisitions. You cannot create the business that's going to be a billionaire business on its own. It's impossible. But you can buy your way up there. But I'm pretty sure to buy your way to $1 billion, you're going to need millions. So we need to throw the billionaire vision out the door right now. And we got to focus on the millionaire. Because I already know that you know how to be a thousandaire. You at work. I ain't got to teach you how to be a thousandaire. Whether it's $100,000 to $900,000. You already know how to be a thousandaire. We got to learn how to be a millionaire. And this is how we going to be millionaires, guys. Once again, I hope that you guys got information out of tonight. Make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. I want to, again, give you guys a round of applause because the channel is continuing to grow at a very nice pace. I do appreciate you guys because it can't grow without y'all sharing this message out. So thank you guys. Tomorrow we will be back here at 7 p.m. Eastern going over government contracting information solely. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to talk about yet, but it will be on government contracting. And Thursday at 7 p.m. we will be here going over our SB money flow. I think I'm going to be showing you guys how to automate your social media, or I was thinking about how to develop contracts, showing you guys how to develop contracts on SB Money Flow. I'm in a little battle of which one I want to show you guys. But again, that will be Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern time zone. Don't forget, I want you guys to visit www.dollars2cents. Make sure you guys go there. Join the community, the Pure Money community. There's a tab there that you can join our Pure Money community. We have relocated. We're no longer on Facebook. So I got to tell my Facebook people to come on over here to our new community. We got our own community built inside of SB Money Flow. You guys can join that one completely for free by visiting dollars2cents.com. Then share that link out with one of your friends and make sure they visit and get themselves registered too. The site's not 100% done yet. We are still making some changes on there, but hopefully everything will be done with that by tonight. And we got a lot more amazing things coming for our business owners and entrepreneurs. Shout outs to all of our current clients that are inside of SB Money Flow, as well as those of you who took the 30-day challenge. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. I will be sharing, matter of fact, those of you that took the 30-day challenge, if you go to the dollars2cents.com and click on contact us, there'll be a tab there that you guys can fill out some information. So we can start that process of getting you guys here on the live YouTube show. We got a lot of stuff going on that we're building out here. So again, stay tuned. Getting in our community will get you the fastest updates of what we got going on, as well as helping you guys learn how to sell more things. Once again, I love you all. I hope that you guys enjoyed the show. I see you said automate social media. I may go ahead and do that one tomorrow. All right. Thursday. But love you all. I hope you guys enjoy your day. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. This will go off when the song goes off. And hey, shout outs to Trey, man. If you guys haven't gone over yet to your Apple Music Store, your Google Play Store, I don't care which one it is, you need to go over to it and you need to download that Pure Money song. Yes, the song that you guys hear all the time, Pure Money by Trey. You should be able to get it on all of your music streaming platforms. So make sure that you guys check that out. I'll talk with you guys later. Have a blessed day. This will go off when the song goes off.
It's just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, we gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision.